He was a he was like always belittling me and always like he, I just he was like mentally, emotionally, and physically abusing me.
Chow wasn't just hanging around. She was right there with Yung Miami, playing the role of Diddy's ride or die while he was out here doing dirty behind the scenes. And now, this Diddy drama just hit a whole new level of wild, cause some jaw-dropping tea just spilled about how he treated his ex-side piece, Gina Huynh. Word is, Diddy didn't just ghost Gina when he got tired. No, he allegedly treated her like she was disposable. Gina's speaking out now, saying Diddy forced her into having multiple abortions. That's not just messy, that's disturbing. And things didn't get any better when Miami stepped into the picture. Nope, it got way worse. While Diddy was allegedly putting hands on Gina, Miami wasn't showing an ounce of sympathy. Instead, she was out here mocking Gina, shaming her online, knowing full well what Gina was going through behind closed doors. This ain't just random gossip. This whole scandal started unraveling after Cassie's lawsuit hit the spotlight. And once she dropped those receipts, whoo, it was like busting open a vault of secrets. Cassie's case came with graphic accusations, saying Diddy not only controlled her every move, but even forced her into sleeping with other men while he recorded it all. Of course, Diddy and his team didn't waste time denying everything. They came out swinging, claiming Cassie was just chasing a quick payday. But let's be real, if that were true, why did Diddy turn around and settle the lawsuit in less than 24 hours? That move alone had everyone side-eyeing the whole situation. And here's the kicker. Word on the street says Diddy didn't just settle. He allegedly paid way more than Cassie even asked for. Why? Because she was sitting on some explosive secrets that he definitely didn't want leaking to the public. But don't think for a second that the case being dismissed means the drama is over. Not even close. Once that lawsuit went public, people started digging. And what they found? Whew! A whole timeline of Diddy being linked to messed up behavior towards women. Folks even resurfaced some old, eerie photos he posted of Cassie. And let's just say, her face said it all. She looked straight up miserable in those pics. But back then, no one was putting the pieces together, so it all just flew under the radar. Now that the truth's starting to unravel, it's clear those signs were always there. And then came the 2018 interview that really shook things up. Gina Huynh sat down with Tasha K and spilled everything.
He took one of my heels and tried to throw it at me, and then he like mushed my face and like really hard and made my nose bleed.
She revealed how Diddy allegedly manipulated her into a relationship when she was still very young, and how things took a dark turn from there. According to her, the mistreatment started early and it just kept getting worse. Gina didn't hold back in that interview. She said Diddy used to hit her, stomp on her, and even forced her into having a boy every time she got pregnant. That's horrifying. On top of that, she claimed he tried to shut her up with $50,000 in hush money so she wouldn't speak out about the pain and trauma he was putting her through. At first, she stayed quiet because she genuinely cared about him, but that silence came with a heavy price.
In the beginning, like the first 3.5 years, like the first 4 months, he was really nice, but then after that, he started being an ass. So like, he was like always belittling me and always like, he was like mentally, emotionally, and physically abusing me. He took one of my heels and tried to throw it at me.
And here's where it gets even more twisted. After that interview aired, instead of backing off, Diddy allegedly forced Gina back into a relationship with him. Yep, you read that right. Not only that, but he reportedly made her do a whole press run just to say nice things about him. Like everything between them had been sweet and drama-free. It was all a calculated move to clean up his image and make people forget the dark stuff she revealed in the interview with Tasha K. By 2021, Gina did another interview, this time with the Jasmine brand, where she said, "At the end of the day, I really value the friendship that him and I have. He did bless me in a lot of ways. I am going to be forever grateful and respect him." That statement had fans confused. Was it real or just more damage control? But just when things looked like they might settle down, Diddy went and stirred the pot again by starting up a thing with Yung Miami. And from there, the mess exploded. The drama between Gina, Miami, and Diddy turned into a public soap opera, and the tension was undeniable. The drama popped off when word hit the internet that Diddy had gotten another woman pregnant while still being with Miami. That's when Gina jumped in and threw major shade online. She posted a video syncing to the lyrics, "You doing all this extra stuff, you stupid bitch," and added a caption that said, when she beefing with you over a guy, but whole time he got somebody else pregnant. She didn't name names, but it was very clear who she was aiming at. To top it off, Gina dropped another jab in the caption, writing, "The city girl's down by 1,000. That line alone sent the internet into a frenzy. Miami clearly saw the post and she snapped. She went in hard on Gina, mocking her for ever letting Diddy pull her back into a relationship after all the messed up stuff he allegedly did to her. But then Miami took it too far. She even brought up Gina's old interview with Tasha K and made fun of the abortions Gina said she was forced to go through. That had people calling foul, fast. Miami said, "Gina, you've been down bad ever since I came into the picture. You've been crying for a baby for 10 years. You've been used around as that girl who does everything for him when he feels like it. You an eater. You the same one that was crying on Tasha K because you wanted a baby. Poor Sushi, you want a baby? I got a career hug." The internet exploded after that. Fans were shocked that Miami would go that low, especially mocking someone's past trauma. Instead of defending Diddy, she ended up getting dragged too.
And then he like mushed my face and like really hard and made my nose bleed.
And you mind telling me what happened with that pregnancy?
I told him, and he was like, "You're gonna get a right?" And then I was like, "I don't know. I don't know yet." And then he offered me $50,000 to get rid of it, but I turned it down because I just loved him, and I was like trying to prove that I wasn't the girl.
And now folks are questioning everything about the way Diddy and the women around him operate. You were certified free. You haven't heard from Diddy since the awards, reminiscing on situationships. Let that hurt go, Chun-Li. That's what Miami threw at Gina. But it gets worse, because now the streets are buzzing, saying Miami knew the whole time what Gina was going through with Diddy. And instead of helping her, she allegedly stood by and watched it all go down. And here's where it takes a dark turn. During her heated back and forth with Gina, Miami slipped up and revealed way too much. In one now viral tweet, Miami basically implied she could force Gina to do whatever she wanted. All she had to do was tell Diddy to give the order. She tweeted, "If I wanted you to eat me out, Diddy would have you on your knees." You an eater, Jill. That sent chills through the timeline. Fans couldn't believe what they were reading. It sounded like she was openly bragging about using Diddy to control Gina. This didn't sound like some petty girl fight anymore. This was giving manipulation, control, and serious power play vibes. Everyone always knew Miami had been ride or die for Diddy, but nobody expected her to be so deep in the mess that she'd come off like an accomplice in the way his alleged victims were treated. No wonder Miami's been quiet ever since those lawsuits and allegations against Diddy started coming out. At first, folks thought she was staying silent because she was scared he might turn on her too. But now, people are whispering that maybe she stayed quiet because she was allegedly part of the whole operation, and she didn't want any of that truth hitting the spotlight. Miami's silence wasn't just about laying low. She was actively defending Diddy, even when people were calling him out left and right. One moment that really set fans off was when she got caught snapping at a fan who mentioned Cassie's lawsuit under a picture of her and Diddy. The fan commented, "You ain't learning from Cassie's sister?" Clearly throwing shade, and instead of addressing it or staying silent, Miami clapped back with, "I think you under the wrong page. LMAO, like, seriously?" But it doesn't stop there. Jaguar Wright jumped into the conversation too, and she didn't hold back. She basically called Miami out for being Diddy's alleged accomplice. Jaguar claimed that when Diddy cut Miami's monthly allowance from $500,000 to $250,000, that's when she finally dipped out. According to Jaguar, the reason Miami was even upset wasn't about the money itself. It was because she had been holding on to Diddy's darkest secrets, and she expected to be paid for her silence.
What the f is going on that 250,000 ain't enough?
Ladies?
Like the fact that he, I'm just saying, the fact that he cut from 500 to 200. Who the f gives a shit? 200K, who 250K? Who turning down 250K a month? What the f is going on in that relationship that 250K ain't enough?
Could see some things,
That ain't worth 250K. That's gotta be some dark. Like, people are not understanding that girl quit 250K. 4 million every quarter. Well, I'm sorry, $1 million every quarter.
Shit.
Now she was getting $2 million a quarter, but then she got, you know, you got going on that's so deep that it ain't worth $1 million a quarter.
After that, the internet went wild. Folks flooded social media, dragging Miami for still siding with Diddy, even though she allegedly knew everything about how he treated Gina, and probably even more about other women too. One user posted, "The Cassie and Diddy situation is why I will always look at Yung Miami weird. Like, girl, you know he's a disgusting creature." People weren't just upset. They were furious, because if Miami really did know all that and still stayed with him for the perks and payouts, that changes everything. Suddenly, it's not just about loyalty, it's about complicity. One fan really put it all into perspective, saying, "Yung Miami pulled up to an awards show waving around a huge sign like she was Diddy's #1 hype woman. She wasn't just supporting him, she was standing tall, front and center, repping him like he was some kind of king. Trust and believe, she's doing everything he's asking her to do, and probably even more behind closed doors. Ain't no way she doesn't know what's really going down in that man's house. That woman ain't clueless. She's choosing to stay in the mess." And honestly, that comment had people nodding in agreement. At this point, it's not just about Diddy anymore. Miami's name is in the mix too, and people are demanding accountability across the board. Folks are wondering if Gina might finally be gearing up to take real legal action. I mean, she already dropped some serious allegations in interviews, so what's stopping her from filing a lawsuit? And if she does, could Miami actually get caught up in it too? Think about it. If Gina has proof that Miami was in on it or helped cover things up, that could change the whole story. We're talking about potential charges, public fallout, reputations destroyed. The whole industry would be forced to take a long, hard look at the role people play in protecting powerful figures. Now, the big question is, will Gina go all the way? Is she holding back because she's scared? Or is she just waiting for the perfect moment to expose everyone involved? What do you think? Is Gina about to unleash everything and take Diddy and maybe even Miami down for good? Or is this just another chapter in a long cycle of drama that'll quietly disappear like the rest? You already know what to do. Drop your thoughts in the comments below and don't hold back. I want to hear all your takes, theories, and receipts. And if you've been glued to this mess like the rest of us, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a single update. There's plenty more drama on the way. Click right here to dive into another scandalous deep dive that's got everybody talking. See you in the next one.